It looks like there is a gating system for week 2 of the Summoner Showdown, Summer of Pain to be delayed, and Top Alliance scandal has been revealed. Yes, hello everybody and welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news for Monday. We've got a lot to go over. Oh, and it's gonna be spicy. Much more spicier than a Lal Mans from Rajasthan. And if I've said that right, there should be a very fiery mutton-based dish coming from Rajasthan in India. Hope that bit worked. If it didn't, then just imagine something very spicy. In any case, before we get into the topics of today's Marvel Contest of Champions news, please do me a solid by hitting the like button, subscribing with post notifications on all if you don't already, and make sure to check out the description from some of the links to some of the stories we're going to talk about today. And now on to the thank yous. Thank you very much for those that support the channel for the means of Patreon and as well YouTube membership. Thank you very much for those that do it through these paid means. It does help and support the channel immensely. And as well those that subscribe and support through the medium of Twitch subbing, and as well Twitch Prime, which I believe was changed to Prime Gaming. There's a new instruction I need to put, I don't know if I have time to put it on screen today, but as well I just want to give thanks to those people that support through those means, and as well should be live streaming tonight a bit of Incursions with Dan of Frontline MCOC, aka my co-host for the Contest Round podcast. We're going to be doing, I believe, Phoenix as a testing champion in Incursions. Should be a good old time, and we'll be doing that, should be from 2100 hours GMT tonight, and as well on Dan's channel, so hopefully see you there. The news kicks off with all change on the leaderboard. Well, kind of. Except for the Americas, it looks like we've still got Ip Man Master, is that, and Pepe of Kenobi. So yeah, good to see that. Happy McMuffins, look at that, bluffing with his or her muffin is there, and Brian is down in 4th, but that could all change. Do bear in mind there is still about 3 more refreshes, and anything can happen. A lot of people are still going like, oh yeah, this is gonna be how it's gonna be here, right here. And it's like, well look, nah, things can all change. As you can see, you'll see in a minute with the Asian Oceania. So Magic Maestro Jr. is coming up to 2nd. Sweat is still getting up that 1st position with Titanius there with the 3rd. But this is what I was talking about. It's all change. Like this was all change. The Asian Oceania are getting their scores down. You'll be seeing a lot of this. Like what do we have? We had a 399 there with Satsu no Hadu. And then it's all change. It's all change with like Steel 22 putting up a 386 and then Burgess coming in with a 371. It's impressive to see that players are getting better and better and kind of getting more sweatier and sweatier. So I reckon by Sunday you're going to see some real big changes over the weekend where players have time to survey and also get that last minute qualifier which could knock out some people. Okay, now on to more substantial news, and I know a lot of people are curious when it comes to will we receive any show-up compensation. We all know that the show-up difficulty was not well received by the community, and especially for something that's meant to be, well look, you don't get to participate in the main competition as well, just need something quick to do. That was advertised with less than, well, decent rewards for what the fight was. And looking at the fact that a lot of players did end up like using revives and maybe health potions and as well ranked up specific types of champions based on the interaction, so far there's been no update in compensation. And if I find out any more info, I will let you know, but so far I really wouldn't think to expect it now, and I think that it was something still talked about, but it could take a while. And to give people an idea on how compensation seems to be like very much slowed up, this was compensation from the defense tactics stubborn issue, which I believe was over 2 weeks ago. So if you are expecting stuff, like don't expect it within like 1 week. It may take a lot longer, so we may hear something back. I don't know. Synchronize your watches for a month's time. We could hear something back. And now in unpotency news and champion requirements minus mystics. Yes, this is going to be week 2 Captain Marvel fight of the Summoner Showdown. Oh my god. So some people got a little bit misled by this, thinking that this is mystics are going to be the ones you can bring in, but it actually kind of like has a minus mystics, which I only realized when the wild Kabam Mike comes in and says the following: hey all, that means no mystics with Captain Marvel. Mystics only would make it much easier than intended.
Mike, you bastard!
Why, I can't believe it, man. I really wanted to use Dr. Doom against this one, but I'm like, nah, it's not going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. I think you're going to have to really box clever with who you use, and loads of people are speculating champion usage, but we don't know the nodes yet. Once we know the nodes, we'll be able to do the dodes. That doesn't make any sense. It's annoying. Minus Mystics. Bad times. But now on to further bad times. Hey, do you remember that story about the Hulkbuster acid wash of map 7? Yes, that was going to be something we potentially hear back. Some players would be getting compensation. Any update on that? Well, back a week ago, it was put in this sentence here saying, of course, there will be compensation for alliances that are facing this issue. We'll work to get it together and out to you as soon as we can. And the update from that is unsure. Like, I'm really unsure as to like what the info is. If anybody has it, because somebody's saying here, I think it's clear by the point compensation is not coming. It's exactly what the player base complains about. We have to cry about it to Kabam. To listen. We can't expect you to hold your word and give compensation that was promised. There's also here like saying fixing sharp difficulties takes more priority is laughable. RIP to my glory and loyalty. The response is laughable. And then but there's a follow-up this morning saying not that it matters, but that compensation is a slap in the face to anyone that ran acid wash. We use that many items each day, dropping the ball big time. Every time you'll take a step forward, there's something takes 2 steps back. So from what I gathered from that point there, the compensation has gone out. If anybody does have any of the images, please send them through. It would be nice to kind of put in perspective, say what players were suffering with and what they've got back. It just helps obviously to create more of a tangible story, and as well a bit of context to why there's frustration for the players that did run that map 7 Hulkbuster, used a lot of items and suffered greatly. Next up, and now it's Summer of... oh, that's painful. Yes, Summer of Pain. Summer of Pain is something that was announced a long time ago in the dev diary as being the big bad content. Whether or not it would be temporary content, that would be either more powerful, potent, and practically painful in every single way, and coming out this summer. Well, it turns out it may not be. Mike drops this little statement into the thread saying we haven't made an official announcement because we haven't made a decision yet, but it may be delayed. There's a lot of content out right now, Summer Smackdowns, Back Issues 5, Cavalier Difficulty, and it might not make sense for it to happen right now. It also comes down to team capacity. I'll confirm as soon as I can. Now, this content always goes down to how you're wired. Are you an endgame grinder? Do you look forward to content like this? Or would you, wait until like stuff like Cavalier Difficulties have been brought out and a few other things as well? I would say that with a lot of the game being very hit and miss from a point of new content going like, yay, but mainly going, no, it's a good time for Kabam to retool and understand what they're doing mistakes-wise and rectifying it and improving it. Especially if Cavalier Difficulty fails to deliver on players' expectations, then they're going to have to spend a lot more dev time to make it right. So it's always very hit and miss at the moment, especially from what happened in May to where we are with the roadmap and delivering on promises from that. It could have been a bit ambitious to put a bit of content like this and saying like, we're interested in doing this, but maybe it's a case they didn't really have the capacity to do everything. Either way, it's interesting to see what Kabam may be up to in the future, and hopefully they get this content out to those that want it very, very soon. And now, scandal in the Battlerealm. So, a bit of a shock thing happened yesterday is that Otrix revealed, in a fun fact, around 1 to 2 years ago, a top alliance offered him a chance to make an Alliance Wars mod to see Alliance Wars defenders with a $750 upfront payment and then a $250 each month to update it. That's how serious they make the game. I didn't do it as he says, and he doesn't earn any money. In any case, like, that was crazy to learn about this. Also very crazy because he dropped, as Otrix is British, that this was done in dollars. Very interesting that it would be done in dollars as opposed to any other currency, but that's always the default after things like the generic currency of whatever country you're in. Now, quite surprisingly, the Alliance is not named for obvious reasons. Otrix doesn't want to put a target on his back. At the same time, I don't think the Alliance would appreciate the publicity from this particular incident. Either way, it does put another shit layer to a very shitty onion, which is this particular game mode. Alliance War Seasons is just crap. And it's crap because of fraudulent activity, collusion, and all the crap over the years that just makes it a very sour taste in the mouth. Not to mention the fact that the defense tactics and other crap that's put into it, it just doesn't work. And each season, it's a miracle if it runs from the full entirety, from the situations of the game going down, unable to find a matchup. Like I said, it's a miracle if we get an Alliance War season that isn't riddled with some kind of rubbish that happens with it. Either way, as I've always said, I'd like to see the mode removed completely and something else be put in its place that has some equal level of competition, but maybe could be done in more of a, well, less fraudulent way, so stuff like this doesn't happen. Either way, I know there's kind of like this, things are changing, so hope for the future, yeah? Now for the more positive end to the week, and it is Art Corner. Now, this I absolutely love. This is done by Berserk Revenant. This is his Berserk Revenant sculpts page. Links are in the description. And if I find a YouTube channel, which is very difficult to find for some reason, he does the kind of the sculpts from start to finish, which is always very impressive. So you can see this is a Black Widow Clairvoyant, fantastically done, and as well, like that's amazing detail. This is done with wiring, and there's a process of the sculpt which can be found on the channel, which on Instagram. But I love the cape. Like the cape at the back, or the kind of the hooded cape, is fantastic. I love the level of detail. The webbing looks amazing, as well with the holes, the tears, the rips. Just looks so well done. Yeah, if you want to check out the process, it is here. Links in the description down below. An amazing piece of work by Berserk Revenant Sculpts. And our other submission into Art Corner is Cherry Yogurt Artist. This is a fantastic piece. I love the texturings, especially with like muscle definition. And yeah, just like it just ripples really well. And the same thing with the wings of the character. There's a more close-up view there, and there's a finished version which is also on here, which is just right up here, like, and that's so well done. Like, you got the inner pinks with the outer purples, and as you can see, he's in his underwear, what we say in the UK as being pants, and what you say in America as being underpants. Any case, right, the fact is, it's very well done. Texturing is amazing. I absolutely love it. Go check out Cherry Yogurt Artist. Links in the description. And also, I've just quickly noticed that there's this really cool Weapon X, which I love that. I love that. That's so cool. I'd love to see what a finished version of that with the colouring would be, but that's pencil. I don't know if this is done with like a felt tip, because the colouring, especially with the original, looks well done as a felt tip as opposed to like a pencil mark. And there we go. That's been Marvel Contest of Champions news for Friday. Check out some recent content up there. Check out some other stuff over on the far left. Also, don't forget to check out Rich's Realm. I'm going to try and post a new video today on there, and maybe one at the weekend, but I've got a lot to do in a very short space of time. So good luck to me, good luck to you, and I'll see you later on for the sponsored live stream. So see you then. Bye-bye for now. Bye.